Camping near waterfalls offers an enchanting experience, combining the soothing sounds of rushing waters and breathtaking beauty of nature's landscape. And one of the best places to experience such beauty is Arkansas. So when our friend Michael Rhodes with Arkansas Off-Road Adventures sent us the invite for Father's Day weekend to camp at one of the state's most amazing campsites, we didn't hesitate. So we packed up our boys and grabbed the dogs and headed south for the weekend of new and familiar trails, and we'll discover what the locals call the Bigfoot camp. So ride along with us for a weekend of fun-filled adventure. For decades, countless campers, hikers, and explorers have reported strange sightings, shadowy figures lurking in the trees, eerie howls echoing through the night, and footprints that seem to defy explanation. The stories are as old as the forest themselves. Native American legends speak of mysterious creatures or spirits that dwell in the wilderness, guarding sacred lands. In modern times, sightings have been reported all across North America, from the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest to the swamps of the South, and even right here in Arkansas. Now, I'm not here to claim Bigfoot is real, but what's fascinating is how these stories create a shared sense of mystery and connection to the wild. They remind us that so much is still out there of nature we don't understand, and maybe, just maybe, some secrets are better left undiscovered. Strange noises like growling and howls, rocks being hurled, and the feeling of being watched are just a few of the claims, not only from the ones that know of this place, but also the locals. Whether you're a believer or not, one thing's for sure, the woods definitely hold their secrets.
It seems far-fetched kind of stuff, but there's a lot of weird, odd stuff.
Maybe I should bring my little black protector this one. It's about that tall.
Yeah.
Well, this was a cool little trail. We made it down here to the Big Piney, and then as you can see, it goes down a little farther, but it's up too much with all the rain we've had. We can't get across it, and according to what Michael's been telling us, on the other side there was a bunch of tornado damage and everything, and they shut that trail down, so there's no really getting any further. So from this point, we have to turn around and backtrack out of here. But cool camp spot's got here, and that's something that he's known about for a while, and he just showed it to us. So we're not going to share that. That's his little spot. So, but definitely a beautiful area back here, and good little swimming hole. And of course, as always, the piney's gorgeous. But we're going to turn around and backtrack out of here and see what else we got in store. Alright, this is, if you've watched a few of my videos, we've been here a couple times. Jen and I was just here a few months ago when it's flooding real heavy, but this is falling waterfalls. And as you can tell, there's a lot of people here swimming, so it, needless for me to say, it's an awesome swimming hole. But yeah, if you haven't been here, this is probably one of the, I don't know, probably one of the, in my opinion, the best waterfall in Arkansas. But we'll show you around here.
This look nice, huh?
Yeah, absolutely stunning area. We're gonna hang out for a minute here, let the kids get their feet wet, and go up the road. And there's a couple more waterfalls up there that we're gonna check out. So we'll see up there. Before getting back on the trails, it was time to stop and tame our growling stomachs. One of our favorite places in the area is this barbecue joint called Hillbilly Slim's. Afterwards, it rained on us for about 45 minutes, but after that, it cleared out and we was able to get back after it.
We were just flying down this dirt road and nothing really too exciting, and then this popped up, and there's no way I wasn't going to stop and check it out right quick. I love some good waterfalls.
Now, we've ran these section of trails several times, but with all the rain that we'd had recently, it made for a real treat. We seen water running off places that we had never seen before, and even Car Wash Falls this time was more than the usual trickle.
right, we done a little running around and hit some good trails today. Some of it we had done, some of it we hadn't, but you can see here we made our way back to camp, and Jen and Angie's getting some dinner cooked up, and then the rest of the crew is all over there. Morning, guys. Thanks for staying with us. As you know, I said last night we camped at Haw Creek Falls. Those of you who've been to Haw Creek Falls, I bet you didn't know this was in the back. Nothing says getting up from a nice, humid, hot morning with a good hike to get your day started after breakfast. We got everything packed up, and Steve and I decided to come back here and check this out. A few people left out last night. A few people left early this morning. There's still a few of us here that I think is going to go ride for a little bit this morning. But while they was getting around having breakfast, Steve and I decided we were going to come look at this. Not everybody's as crazy as we are. You see I'm pouring sweat. It's probably 110% humidity, but we're going to enjoy this for a minute. We got a good hike back to camp. If you guys haven't, if you're into hiking, it's worth come checking this out if you didn't know it was here. If you're not, I'm not an experienced hiker, but if you're, it was a good hike. It's probably one of the tougher hikes I've done, especially with everything being wet. So definitely, you're going to have some climbing, some slick rocks. So might know what you're doing if you're going to hike this. But anyways, we will see you guys up the trail. You tell them.
That's where they did the human sacrifices, so that's the altar.
Tell them where we're at, babe.
I don't even know where we're at.
Font red.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Font red. Some big rocks to climb on, because we love big rocks to climb on.
This out, Dad. right here, and then
Yeah.
right there.
Good little place to camp.
Ton of names here.
Yeah. There's nobody interesting up there. Somebody left their shirt down there.
Yeah, you walk through there.
Yeah.
You feel like doing a little climbing?
I always feel like climbing, Steve.
Alright, let's go.
If he don't, it will by the time. Are you gonna take my phone?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what he comes up with. Like we're fighting. Look at mushrooms.
Alright, I want to jump. Whew. That's a heck of a jump. All of my mouth smells my stank shirt from the humidity this morning, sweating.
See some kind of a rocky bluff over there. But you get the better view with the drone.
I was gonna walk over here and see this right quick. I spotted this when we came in. Looks like water had been running off of that. We might be able to go down right over here.
Yeah. It's easier jumping back across that track.
Yeah, maybe. Not right there. We'd probably go over there and come down though.
Okay.
Little one.
Fit enough to do that sort of thing.
I'm barely physically fit enough to do what we're doing right now. Well, we could probably spend all day here finding new stuff, but we got a little highlight of it anyways, and so, but we're kind of time crunch, so we got to start making our way back, so we're going to get on up the road. Decided to back it up right there between them logging this and the rain. It looks like it pretty much made a mudslide, and it was a big downhill, and we were just sliding, and we weren't going to take the chance of sliding off, so we backed out of it, and we're gonna backtrack back out of here the other way we came in. So better safe than sorry sometimes. All right, we stopped here on the Buffalo River on our way back home. This is a little beautiful area. Let the dogs get in the water one more time and the kids. You can see this beautiful bluff line behind me. But this is where we're going to end it, guys. And thank you for watching and tuning in with us. And thanks for Michael Rhodes for Arkansas Off-Road Adventures for inviting us along this weekend and going camping with them. Got to see some people we ain't seen in a while and meet a few new people. And but yeah, we're going to sit here and enjoy this for a while. You got, I'm going to show you this. I don't know, you can't see it, but there's water running off that other end over there. Yeah, it's real pretty. But anyways, if you guys enjoy what we do, make sure and like and subscribe. As of right now, we're at 998. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, we've hit 1,000. But we sure appreciate your guys' support regardless. But anyways, I'm not going to keep rambling. I'm going to hop off here. And as always, keep exploring, and we will see you guys next trip. Thanks.